afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to the Dunn Creative. Before we get into this pick a card reading, I just wanted to let you guys know I have a live stream channel and a Patreon with lots of exclusive content over there. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can always email me at amanda@dunnphotodesign.com. Links for all of that can be found in the description below. But for this pick a card reading, we are going to be figuring out what you can expect for the month of May 2022. So if you are new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on pile number 1, 2, or 3. And if more than one pile calls out to you, there may be messages in each pile for you. But once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. But please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, your situation, and just go ahead and leave the rest behind. Without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on your cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1 are those of you who selected the Muse Tarot and this wonderful Labradorite card. This is going to be your message for May of 2022, and this is your underlying energy, what's going on this month, and then this is just some additional theme energy. So we have your third eye chakra. Labradorite is the crystal that resonates with that, so maybe carrying some Labradorite. I actually have one holding down my little thing here on my table. Can we see the flash? I don't know. Actually, I've got 2 Labradorites. There's one, and here's the other. I didn't even realize I did that. Can we get the really pretty dark blue flash? I don't know. Ooh, there we go, kinda. It's just not doing it justice, I swear. It is just so glorious. But yes, Labradorite crystal can really benefit you this month. But this says here, dreams. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. So May is going to be a month of dreams. Having dreams, going after your dreams, maybe having some precognitive dreams or some really intense or lucid type dreams, astral travel, a lot of amazing downloads in your meditations, your dream state, just daydreaming even, just really expanding what's possible for you this month. But the best way for you guys to go about that is with this Hermit card. This is Hermit energy. This is very internal energy, introvert energy, and just really separating your energy from others so you know what's best for you. Maybe even just kind of figuring out, a game plan for you to have more time spent on your own, or just ruminating, journaling, trying to figure things out for your life. And sometimes we need to cut the noise of the outside world out. It doesn't mean we have to cut everyone off for the whole month of May or anything like that, but just cutting out unneeded opinions, voices, content. If you're someone who always goes to pick a cards for the answer, maybe just turning everything off and listening to that guidance from your heart. So let's go ahead and get some additional guidance. So this Hermit energy is going to be carrying you, and this Dreams energy carrying you all the way through the month of May. But let's get some additional guidance, what group 1 can expect for the month of May. And we're going to start with the past energy and just work our way like we normally do. So the past energy, past influences for group 1, month of May. And we have here the Page of Emotions or Page of Cups. This is the current energy of May, so current energy of May. And we have here the 9 of Voices, 9 of Swords. Future conditions, so end of May going into June, July, kind of rippling out. And we got the 8 of Emotions, so we're really telling a story here. We're building. All right, this is your best path to follow for the month of May. And of course, I'm going to break all of these down. I'm just getting them dealt out. I normally deal them before, but I don't know. I like seeing the magic at play when we deal on camera, so that's what we're doing today. Okay, so 10. It is the number 10, but yes, the Wheel of Fortune energy for your best path to follow. So wish coming true for you this month of May. Ooh, Awakening or the Judgment card. And the outcome for group 1, month of May, please. May 2022. Let's be real direct with that. Okay. 2 of Materials. Okay. I can work with this. You can work with this too. And I'm going to get into why. This is awesome energy. I'm actually really loving this. Okay, so we've already talked about the underlying energy. So let's get into the past influences, past energy still influencing you the month of May. We have the Page of Cups, Page of Emotions. So this to me feels like many of you did have some sort of news or epiphany or maybe download with this dream energy here. This is downloads. This is creative inspiration. This is happiness. This is emotional contentment that came in for you. For some of you, this feels like a major event that you can point back to in April, maybe even March, or as far back as February. It happened during this time. For someone, I'm actually seeing this as a new friend or a new relationship that came into your life. And of course, it's still affecting you in a good way. I'm seeing this as a very positive energy in the month of May. So for the month of May proper, the current conditions, we've got the 9 of Voices. So I'm actually reading this as a very positive way and more of a, hey, let's be aware of this so we don't fall into it, rather than a doom and gloom scenario. And the 9 of Voices a lot of times can deal with anxiety, stress, not being able to sleep, having a lot of insomnia and nightmares, and just being kind of almost at the end of your rope. But I love this depiction of the 9 of Voices because there's 2 very peacefully looking, sleeping ladies here. So this is getting proper rest. If you can get proper rest, take proper care of your body, I think you're going to be able to avoid a lot of the stress and anxiety. Doesn't mean that stress and anxiety isn't going to be there. It's just a matter of, are you attaching to it or are you not? Are you giving yourself time with this energy or emotion of anxiety? Or are you trying to bypass it or busy work yourself away from it? This is you sitting with this anxiety, sitting with this stress, this, toxicity in your own mind, and asking what it needs. When we can pay it mind, pay it attention, it doesn't need to be as bad as a lot of times it can get when we try to push it away, or like, I don't have time for this, and just facing anything that's coming up emotionally specifically or mentally for you guys this month. Because I don't really see anything physically that, really needs your immediate decision this month. But for some of you, this might look like you stressing out about things you need to actually do, like to-do list items, things that you need to do out in the physical world that aren't really that difficult, but you're just like, where am I going to find the time to do this? So instead of stressing about finding the time to do it, maybe actually finding a place on your calendar to mark some time to actually do these things, especially if there's a bunch of little tasks that you can really knock out in an hour. Maybe make yourself a little power hour on your agenda or your to-do list and just knock out a bunch of these little tasks so they're not hanging over your head. So for the end of the month going into June, and maybe even as far out as July, we've got here the 8 of Emotions, 8 of Cups, and this to me feels like closing out a cycle, but this is not you. I see some of you maybe for sure leaving something for good. It's just no longer emotionally fulfilling you, and you're just deciding, I'm leaving this relationship, I'm leaving this job, I'm leaving this situation, I'm leaving this location, whatever this is. Some of you are leaving this behind indefinitely and moving on to greener pastures, but this isn't you bypassing and loving lying and trying to escape it. This is you, cutting your losses and realizing this just isn't going to work out. But for others of you, this is you going out on the quest for that 9th cup, because this is the 8 of Cups, 8 of Emotions. You're going out on that quest for the 9th cup to return to put it in the stack of the other 8. In the traditional Rider-Waite depiction, there's, I think, 5 cups on the bottom and 3 on top, and it's almost like there's a place for that next cup. And they're so lovingly and neatly stacked up. It's not that this person is, going to leave that behind forever. So wherever you fall on the spectrum of I'm leaving this thing, situation, relationship, whatever it is forever, or I'm going to go on a quest, probably within, you're not really physically going anywhere, but some of you might be going on a vacation or a little trip, maybe even a little, like a solo trip where you're really figuring out your ish. That could really benefit you on your quest for that 9th cup of wish fulfillment, what it is that you actually want. So for your best path to follow this month, you guys, we've got that Wheel of Fortune, and this is closing out those old cycles and starting something new. But to me, this feels like a very natural turn, just like the clock, strikes 12, and then the next hour it strikes 1, and the next hour it strikes 2. This is a natural next step for you guys. Leaving behind one thing, starting something new. This doesn't feel like anything ripped away from you. These are your decisions you're making. And because this is in the best path to follow position, this is you taking a proactive approach to those cycles that need to end and those cycles that need to begin, and being in the driver's seat of these changes going on. Of course, we can't always control and micromanage every little thing that happens because we have other people we're dealing with, we have outside influences. We can't just be in control of everything and expect everything to go 100% according to plan. But if you can prepare what you know you need to do, when little bumps and detours come along, you can work your way around that. Instead of feeling completely defeated and deflated, you can say, okay, let's go within and see why this is showing up, and let's work through it. So for your wish fulfillment, with all this hermit energy underlying everything you've got going on, many of you are really awakening more of your spiritual gifts and abilities, or just tuning more into your higher self. This higher heart chakra area, below the throat but above the heart, is really illuminated and lit up. So some of you might be feeling weird like chest pressure, maybe even heart palpitations, maybe just I'm seeing like, the thing that's been going around, like just like upper respiratory stuff. But really, this is serving a purpose in your life because it's wish fulfillment. I don't really see you guys getting any kind of virus or cold or anything like that. But if you are feeling a little off one day or another, ooh, interesting too. We've got a higher heart area here as well. That's very beautiful. It's almost like the sun shining right out of your chest into places here. Wow. But yeah, I see this as, well, I kind of lost my train of thought from before because I got so excited about the other higher heart chakra. But I think I was saying something along the lines of, this is serving you. If you do get sick in some way, this is actually clearing out stagnant or past energy, past trauma from the body, trapped emotions from the body. This is your body's way of doing its own housekeeping, closing out old cycles so that you can start something new. And sometimes our bodies can just take over on autopilot and do these things for us without our actual like mental knowledge of things happening like this. But at the very least, you're opening, clearing pathways for new higher vibe energy to come in this month of May. So we also have here the Two of Pentacles. This is your outcome. So by the end of the month, I think you guys are gonna be having this pretty steady move in a new direction, or a direction that feels a little better than where you started the month of May. But some of you might be really all in on a project, or all in on a relationship, or all in on a new job, or whatever it is, that maybe some of your self-care or some of your relationships or maybe the state of your home is feeling a little bit of neglect a little bit. So this is kind of calling you by the end of the month to make sure you're not all in on one area of life and ignoring or neglecting other areas, but trying to, yes, focus on what you know needs to be focused on, but don't forget everyone and everything else along the way. Especially if it's you, that you are not giving yourself love, self-care, all that rest you need, because you really could be starting the month of June with a bit of overwhelm and imbalance if you don't give yourself the proper rest and make sure you're just balancing the different areas of life. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the oracle cards. We're just going to deal on camera as well, like we did the tarot. So let's see, month of May, we got this one, and it's enjoyment. So striving and pushing makes life into endless hard work. The more you're inviting love to take over, the more enjoyment comes. Allow me to enjoy this life, dear Lord. Yes, kings and queens, look at this. So this is, not working so much that we don't allow time to enjoy our lives, to play, to have some fun. And that is what this Page of Emotions is trying to carry into this month for you, is a little bit of that childlike energy, taking your inner child out on a date. That's some really good information for you guys for this month, about just enjoying some of the small things as well. And not just work, do. Because I see you might have a tendency to be like workaholics, or just when you're in the zone, you don't want to stop, which is valid at times, but you don't want to live every day of your life that way. All right, what else is coming in hot for group number 1 for the month of May 2022? We got 2. So let's see what we got. We've got here courage, so Aspen spirit, courage, and the number 3, which is a very creative number. So yeah, really diving into your creativity, especially with this Page of Emotions here. This is you carrying that childlike sense of wonder into this month, and I'm really seeing all the beautiful yellow here. This is that solar plexus, and courage is a word that really resonates with the solar plexus as well. But we've got the blue butterflies here. That might be a sign from spirit for some of you, a blue butterfly specifically. But for just general reading here, I'm seeing this as really taking flight with your throat chakra, really illuminating or allowing your throat chakra to upgrade. And I know we already have this higher heart chakra upgrade going on, but the higher heart is the bridge between the heart and the throat. Okay, so we also have Thicket of Thorns, Uncertainty, and that might be where some of this Two of Materials is coming in with this uncertainty here. This just feels like maybe by the end of the month, you're not quite sure where your focus should be. Some of you may be too hyper-focused on one thing and unsure if you should keep other, people or places or things in your life. And we've got the number 43 here. This number has been following me around. This number might actually also be following you around as well. And we've got the number 3 and 43, so 343 or 433 could be relevant angel numbers you can look up. But yeah, just sometimes uncertainty is a good thing because we don't want to have every single minute of our day plotted and planned. We would love to have some room for spontaneity and excitement and fun and surprises. Good surprises, hopefully, but sorry about my phone over there. I forgot to turn it off. But let's get a couple more cards of guidance and wisdom for Group 1 for May 2022. And we got it right here. I'm gonna have to go close my laptop and turn my phone off if it keeps going. Oh my goodness, we've got 2 courage cards and then the number 13. So 13, 3, 43, courage and courage. And this is the herb thyme. We've also got the association here of Libra. So this is, balancing, finding courage for some of you in relationships or finding the courage to take, steps or action toward a passion project or something that you maybe are a little frightened to step into. It could be public speaking for some of you, maybe starting some sort of online presence or platform. But we also have the lemon here with cleansing and the number 25. So you guys are doing some housekeeping, house cleaning. And for many of you, I really feel if you can clear a lot of this mental clutter, mental chatter that's keeping you up at night, that's, stressing you out, giving that anxiety, this can really help. So using lemon essential oil, and another thing you can do, you can boil up some thyme and some lemon and just have that beautiful aroma of just earthy and citrusy goodness in your house, in your home. I actually have lemon thyme out in my garden and I will cook with that herb, but a lot of times I will put it on to simmer on the stove with some other, herbs and spices just to have a nice little aromatic pick-me-up, I guess, if you will. So yes, and we also have the Gemini sign here as well. So Libra and Gemini, you might have prominent placements in Libra or Gemini, or maybe you're dealing with some siblings or a love interest or just other people in your life, communication, writing, and also maybe having a business plan or doing something with your work or career as well. All right, Group 1, that's all I'm seeing for you. Just again, apologies for my phone. I'm gonna go turn it off right before we start Group 2. Feel free to let me know below what you thought. The engagement on my channel once again has gone down, so any little comment, any little like really does help me out. And thanks again so much, you guys, for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you, Group 1, right here back at the Dunn Creative, also over my live stream channel and my Patreon. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can always email me at amanda@dunnphotodesign.com. Links for all of that can be found in the description below. All right, Group 1, I love you. Bye. All right, Group number 2, or those of you who selected the Pacific Northwest Tarot, this is going to be your message for May 2022. And you guys have, for the underlying energy, the, drumroll please, 8 of Pentacles. And for your crystal or chakra love message, we have here the smoky quartz. Isn't that just beautiful? And this resonates with the root chakra. And this card is kind of the theme of the month for you, strength. So strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. So many of you are finding this source of inner strength. I'm being downloaded with a lot of information, a lot of images of you guys just owning how amazing you are. And with this 8 of Pentacles, pairing this together, the 8 of Pentacles here is going to be your underlying energy for the whole month. Pairing that up with this strength, this is you guys working very diligently and very long hours towards something that you're passionate about, something that you are really honing your skills. I'm seeing some of you are on some sort of workout program, workout regimen, or strength training, quite possibly. Others of you, you're just working on your strengths. So if you are editing videos. You're just finding new and better and more cutting edge ways to edit your videos, or dancing. If you're dancing, you're finding new ways to dance. I'm seeing a lot of Mars energy, a lot of movement. Just getting out there and doing things. Maybe going on some hikes, maybe gardening, spending some time out in nature, some sort of sport that you're playing, or maybe you're involved in if you have kids playing sports, or a spouse or a friend. Going to a lot of sporting events, quite possibly. But I'm really seeing this is centrally focused on your strengths, your hard work, your effort you're putting in to really hone your craft and hone your skills. And that energy is really going to play out in what else we deal on camera today. We're dealing on camera, because make sure they're all on the upright, yes. Because I just love to see the magic at play. And I deal them face down anyway, so it's like, why not just deal them on camera? You guys can watch it all unfold. So let's do it. So we're going to start out with the past energy, past influences you're bringing in from April, March, maybe even as far back as February. Just see what's coming in. Past influences for group 2. Ooh, we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, and of course we're going to break each one down after I get them all dealt out, but let's just get them going. Ooh, I didn't even ask the question, but this Tower card wants to come out. You guys are shifting timeline, shifting energy. Okay, so for future, so this is present conditions or the month of May. Okay, and then future conditions, we have the Emperor. So I love to see it. I love to see it. Try to keep these neat as we go along. So yes, there we go. And this is your best path to follow in May. Let's get one card, please, Spirit. Ooh, 2 of Pentacles. We had this as the outcome on group 1. Very interesting. All right, so wish coming true for group 2 this month, please, Spirit. Ooh, 3 of Cups. I love it. And the outcome for group 2. Outcome for group 2, May 2022. All right, I love to see it. Look at that beautiful Page of Wands. Okay, so let me get this all situated nice. So we've already cut into the underlying energy. So let's really hone in on this past influence, past energies. So some of you have felt taken advantage of, wronged in some way, maybe bickering, maybe fighting, maybe just endless loops and cycles in a specific relationship, or maybe even with a job. But to me, this feels like mental just energy that has been, overthinking certain situations, or stressing out about what certain people think about you or feel about you. And I really do see this coming to an end this month. Maybe not once and for all forever, but you're getting a breather on this energy of just feeling, like it's a constant battle. Life is a constant fight. Life is a constant battle. Maybe battling up against people that, claim to love you, and they just want to cause drama and cause issues. Those of you that don't really resonate with that message, this just can feel like maybe things aren't moving forward as quickly as you want. And this can kind of cause like stalemate energy, just kind of stagnancy as well. That can be the lower octave of what's actually going on with this 5 of Swords. But the good news is this is crumbling. This energy of the past here is crumbling to make room for you to feel in control and in charge of your own life. Where maybe before a lot of people were telling you, oh, you should do this, you should do that, and you don't want to do any of it. Or people are bossing you around, or, getting all up in your business when it's really none of their business. You are putting an end to this some way, somehow this month. Either this is naturally happening, or you are standing up for yourself to say, hey, boss, I can't take on all this extra work that you're putting on me. I'm only one person, and I don't want to work more than X amount of hours here. Just standing up for yourself, speaking your truth. Specifically, there's conversations that need to be had without ad hominem attacks, without, name calling, which is, kind of ad hominem attack, or, low blows. This is, serving forth your evidence without having that emotional knife behind it. This is, saying how you feel without, blaming the other people sometimes, because a lot of times no one's going to listen if they feel attacked. So this is you doing your due diligence and doing your best to come forward with speaking your truth without just throwing out a bunch of name calling and attacks. Because for the future conditions, we've got here the Emperor card. So yes, this is exciting. This is you taking on that authority of your own life, your own situation, maybe even an authority role in your relationship to say, hey, I know we've been doing things this way in the past, but it just ain't working anymore. This is what I'd like to do. And of course, not just bossing them around now, but just saying, this is what I expect in a relationship. And if this person can't live up to it, or this job or this, situation can't live up to your expectations or your intentions, maybe it's time to, let some things go. But this, at the heart of it, is success. So this is the end of May going into June, maybe even as far out as July, because it kind of ripples out. But this is you taking a leadership role and feeling more in control. I'm actually seeing someone here, maybe you thought the algorithm was out to get you, or you're just not getting the engagement on your Instagram posts or your Facebook posts or your live streams, or whatever it is for you. Because I'm seeing other YouTubers are actually watching this, or other influencer type people, or people with platforms are maybe watching this. And this is going to be a turning point, especially if the first part or first half of this year has been very dismal, or it felt like an uphill battle. It doesn't mean you're done putting in hard work and effort. No. You're just almost getting started, but it's actually going to start to pay off, because there's some big change coming, either to the way you present your content that makes it more appealing to people, or maybe an algorithm shift or change. I don't know. It's going to be different for each of you. But this to me feels like you are feeling more in a power position of your content or your life or your relationship, whatever it is that you have going on this month. So for your best path to follow, we got the Two of Pentacles here, which can often talk about feeling a little off kilter, a little out of balance. So your best path to follow is to try to remain balanced as much as you can. I know it's not always easy, but finding that balance in the everyday moments, and giving yourself some downtime, because with this here, you have a tendency this month to just push through and really grind and work, and then by the end of the month you might burn out, or maybe you're burning out here and there throughout the month because of these tower moments here. So just make sure, we kind of had this underlying energy kind of as a warning for group one as well. They had the Nine of Swords in this position. So this to me feels like a collective energy. There's maybe something happening in the collective, as far as maybe, that you hear about from friends or family or on the news or in your community, that is not great news, but this is serving as a new foundation to build something better, a better system, a better government, a better relationship, whatever this is. This might even be a world event. We're gonna have to see, I guess, what Group 3 gets, if that's gonna be the indication that this is maybe some world event happening in May. It feels really big. To me, this does feel like a world event, or some sort of catastrophic event that affects the whole world. I don't want to go all doom and gloom with it, but this, could be a natural disaster, could be fire, could be earthquake, could be volcano, could be tsunami, hurricanes, like all the things that could possibly happen earth-wise. But it feels out of character for the time of year. So this could be a really early or really late season, ... whatever it is. Interesting. I'm seeing that as more of a collective energy than rather this happening in your neck of the woods. So don't fret, don't worry about that. But when I see it, I like to say it, So for your wish fulfillment, wish coming true this month, we have the Three of Cups, which is, gatherings, celebrations, happiness. Maybe for some of you, this is a graduation ceremony, because, your hard work is finally paying off, and maybe you're not even taking time off. You're going right into graduate school, or you're just hitting the ground running with a new project or something like this. But you may be celebrating some of your accomplishments, or maybe you're celebrating the accomplishments of a close friend or family member, someone you care about. This is you excited for someone, be it yourself or someone in your circle. And just happiness. This is maybe even a vacation, getting together with soul family, friends, extended family, maybe a family reunion of some sort. This feels good though. This is your wish fulfillment. This is a party or a gathering, something really exciting that you can just have some fun, let your hair down, play a little bit, get out there and play a little bit, because you deserve it. You've been working very hard, Group 2. So for your outcome, we have the Page of Wands, which I love to see here. This is new inspiration. You're just getting started. You're not gonna end your inspiration come the end of May. No, you're carrying this into June, July, maybe even August. Who knows? We haven't touched that far ahead yet, but wow, you're inspired. Maybe you're even getting some news, some good downloads from Spirit toward the end of the month. I'm seeing this maybe the last half, toward the last third of the month. you're in clear communication with spirit. Maybe someone's actually writing a book here, and this could even be, your own blockages, your own mental, oh, this book sucks, it's not good enough, oh, what if no one reads it, all the things we have going on in our heads about writing and, imposter syndrome. For specifically this example, you don't have to be a writer for this example to still resonate, I'm just using it as an example. But you're going to feel this rejuvenation of inspiration by the end of the month. And I feel like many of you are in communication with your higher selves. Whatever these epiphanies or really beautiful ideas are, this is inspiration from spirit. Some of you may also be hearing back about, oh, you got the home, you got the loan, you got the car, you got the proposal, you got the something. You are hearing good news. There's so much good news coming in the last the last third of the month. Okay, let's go ahead and get some additional guidance for group 2 for the month of May 2022. Here it is. We've got striving, which, wow, can we say 8 of Pentacles much? Eventually, the individual ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. Yes, and I think that's what this Tower moment is teaching you guys. It's not all about striving and maximizing every single minute of every single day. This is about going with the flow. When you are in that inspired state, go with it. Yes, that's exactly what this 2 of Pentacles is saying as well, is, not just trying to stay even keel all the time, but if you're really inspired, of course, communicate that to people. Say, hey husband, hey friend, hey coworkers, whatever. I can't hang out tonight after work because I am really inspired. I'm going to work on this thing. Just communicating that. People understand. So, allowing yourself time to get inspired and time to take, some time off, take a breath, go celebrate with some friends. We don't have to be turned on all the time. And that is what this card is really highlighting for you guys this month. Okay, what else? I'm so excited. I have a feeling it's going to be really exciting because I just got really excited, rush of energy. Ooh, generosity. Some of you might be getting something from someone. This could even be spirit, graciously downloading you with information on how to move forward in life. And focus. Ooh, I love this paired up with that Page of Wands. That is beautiful energy to be able to accomplish and focus. That is a card focus. 8 of Pentacles is a card of hyper-focused on the task at hand. This is not multitasking. This is someone focused on one thing at a time. And you're going to get rewarded for this focus that you have. We've got the number 50 here. That might be relevant. We've also got the number 23. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. Number 55. We've also got the 5 of Swords. So yes, this could very well be a lot of 5 energy. Big changes coming for you. What bigger change can you have in the tarot than the Tower? I know, I joke, but a lot of times these Tower moments, when we look back, we can see how they served us in a really good way. Even if in the moment it feels really bad and really dastardly that this is happening to me, right? But as you get that hindsight and it's looking 2020, you can see that, wow, I can actually see why this happened, why it had to happen for me to go in this new direction. Because some of you are going in a new direction where you feel more empowered, where you feel more inspired, where you're not grind. Yes, you're still putting in that effort and work, but it feels like you're maximizing these big work times and then taking some time to just flow with the excitement of life, which is how it should be. But of course, as humans, we're almost just programmed in this specific society and systems to just be on all the time. And it's not feasible for any of us, let alone all of us. So what else for group 3? Productivity. Okay, what were we just talking about? And this is a card of also focus and productivity. This is about being smart with being productive, not just being productive all the time because it's what you should do and you got all these deadlines and you got all these things you want to accomplish. Be generous with your productivity time, but also be generous with your play time, with your celebration time, with your downtime, with your be time. Human being, what? Yes, that's what we're here for. And we've got the number 8. So yes, you guys are very, very inspired and re-inspired by the end of the month to take even more action. But again, making sure you're getting enough sleep, you're eating at proper times, you're getting enough to drink, you are, just turning your mind off. because I see you guys just maybe getting all these downloads of information. One of the best things you can do when this happens is to write these things down. Then you have them, they are in your wheelhouse, and you can rely back or refer back to them when the time is right, instead of just allowing them to churn and be like, I gotta remember this. Write it down. That's what this is showing me. Write it down. And we have a lot of orange going on here in these 3 cards, and here lots of orange. Sacral chakra energy, and I know we have the root chakra with all the red as well. So those 2 lower chakras, grounding, being able to ground all that mental energy that you've got going on. Ground it by writing it down, by taking action on certain things, and feeling inspired is that sacral chakra, using that sexual energy to get you where you need to be. What else for group 3? Memory. Oh my gosh, what was I just saying about write it down? Write it down. It's in your mind. Yes, you don't have to memorize everything, but remember, memory joke, everything you've ever thought, you've ever seen, heard, tasted, touched, smelled, in every single lifetime is recorded in the Akashic records. So yes, maybe you forgot the really pivotal dream you had last night. You felt it was very like earth-shattering information that you should have remembered, but you forgot it and now you're stressing out. Don't worry about it. It's recorded. It's in your subconscious mind. It will be accessible when you need it. We've also got the number 16 here, which adds up to 7. That very internally focused, self-introspective number. Finding that knowledge, that inner wisdom, can really help you tune in and tap into what you need to do when you need to do it. We've also got the sign of Cancer, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and we've also got Leo on the board. The Sun and the Moon, Leo and Cancer rule. Leo rules Sun, Cancer rules Moon. So this is your luminaries, your Sun, Moon, your Rising. Paying attention to any transits going on around your Sun, your Moon specifically, but also possibly your Rising sign, just to see what's going on, maybe paying attention to some of the transits that are going on the month of May and moving forward. And I'm hearing 9th house as well with this memory card. Also 4th house. So something specific in your 9th house or 4th house. Your 9th house in Vedic astrology is your father, but in Western astrology and in Vedic astrology, it also deals with long distance travel, philosophy, religion, publishing. We got a book here. So again, maybe someone's trying to publish this month or looking into publishing in the future, quite possibly. And we've got 8 and 16, which, 8 plus 8 is 16. So the number 88 also could be very relevant. And the number 16 adds up to 7. 7 to 8 is forward progression. So yeah, got a lot of cool stuff going on with the numerology. And of course the messages in the cards. So I think I'm going to leave it here. The engagement on my channel has once again dropped very, very low. So if you wouldn't mind leaving a little like or a comment, I would just love you forever and appreciate that so much, because I just wanted to say thank you so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you, Group 2, right here back at the Dunn Creative, also over my live stream channel and my Patreon, with lots of exclusive content over there. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can always email me at amanda@dunnphotodesign.com. Links for all of that can be found in the description below. Alright, Group 2, I love you, and have a good one. Bye! Alright, Group 3, last but certainly never ever least on my channel, let's get into what you need to know for the month of May 2022's in-depth prediction. We have here, this is the underlying energy for your month ahead. This is a 2 of Pentacles, which we have had this card come out in all 3 piles in one way or another. And so this is the underlying energy that's going to take you throughout the month, just finding that balance, but we're going to get more into that in a second. We also have here the Crown Chakra card with tourmalated quartz. Beautiful. We've got oneness. You are part of the universe and always will be. So your crown chakra and also working with tourmalated quartz can really help you, get in the vibe. Also some amethyst is really great for that crown chakra as well. Get in the vibe with spirit. So that's kind of the theme for you this month, is just remembering who you are, remembering you are part of this beautiful, infinite, abundant universe, and just reminding yourself of that once in a while. So for the underlying energy with the 2 of Pentacles, this is just, keeping that balance, trying to find time and energy to do everything you need to do and rest when you need to rest, and not get so far off kilter that you fall and everything crashes and burns. So just being very mindful of this throughout the month is really going to benefit you guys. All right, so what else is coming in hot? We're going to figure out, first and foremost, past energies. So what past influences and energies are still kind of with you from April, March, maybe even as far back as February for the month of May. Okay, Two of Wands. So we've got 2 2s on the board. We're going to always break these down as well, but I just want to get them all dealt out. Okay, we've got the White Newman, which is, I'm going to have to look in the book because I never really draw this one. It's specific to the White Newman Tarot. But this is for the month of May, present conditions. So future conditions, so the end of May going into June. Sorry about my phone. Maybe even July. So future conditions. Ooh, another 2. It's all about the partnership and the love. This is a love, love, love. And I'm going to go quickly turn that off. Okay, let's continue. So this is your best path to follow for May. Okay, we got the Tower, but we're gonna get into this. We're getting into this. And wish coming true for group 3 this month, please, Spirit. Wish coming true. The Hierophant. All right. And the outcome. Let's find out what it says. Oh, sorry, guys. The King of Cups. Okay, I'm loving this vibe. I'm loving this so much. Okay. For many of you, this is indicating finding more time for your love life or your partner. If you are single, this may be you just deciding, I think I'm ready for a new relationship. I think I'm ready for love. But let me quickly fix these real quick. Okay, so for the 2 of Wands, this is the past energy you're coming in with from April, March, as far out as February possibly. So this was you making plans, trying to plan something. Maybe plan a trip with your significant other, or plan, a new game plan for new ways of operating in your relationship. Maybe you guys had a bit of a tower moment in this relationship, and it doesn't have to be like a significant other. This could be a friendship, this could be whatever. But I see you guys wanting to do better, try to be better, show up better, and maybe it's difficult because you have a lot of other things going on in life, but you don't want to leave this person hanging or this project hanging. It could even be a project. I'm really seeing a wide gamut for you guys, group 3. But this is making those plans. So you may be able to take some action on some plans that you made in February, March, and April this month. Could be travel plans for some of you, or just deciding to start that project once and for all. Finally, let's just do this thing. Or, making a move. Some of you might be moving, or just going in a new direction. You're flowing in a new direction, and it feels like this is like a finally kind of energy. Like you guys are here for it. You're ready. It's your time. It's time. So as for your present moment, we're gonna go to the book because White Newman is only an exclusive to this White Newman deck, and I love this little hardback book, instructional guide they call it. But let's see, keywords are creation, starting point, divine inspiration. And I'm just going to read it. The God's Father runs free across the virgin earth's plains. In apparent weightlessness, just like the bison in ancient cave paintings, it traverses the world, making sure that all of creation is in order. Above him, dimensions open, and the power of the sun glows between his horns. The bronze stars and bird guide him as the morning breaks. The White Newman symbolizes creation through action, the perfect and divinely inspired path resulting from movement and momentum. Act, innovate, make the world anew. So this is a very 8 of Pentacles mixed with the World card, mixed with the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. And all of that divine inspiration and guidance with that crown chakra and your oneness, remembering that you are part of the universe. This really does resonate together and create a beautiful fabric that you are operating on this month. And I can't forget, here we've got a bull. So this is beautiful energy for Taurus season, which part of May is still in Taurus season for Western astrology. And for Vedic astrology, I think Taurus season starts to kick off this month. So whichever one you resonate with, we've got Taurus on the board. So you may yourself be a Taurus sun, moon, or rising, or have a birthday in May or during Taurus season, whichever one it falls into per Western or Vedic, whichever one you follow. So yeah, just forward momentum, ready to be inspired. I mean, I think you've been inspired and now you're ready to take action on said inspiration. And that inspiration from the past is going to act as like fuel for your fire. It feels really good. And maybe someone, this is you moving closer. I'm seeing this for one specific person, moving cities, moving closer to someone you love, someone you care about. Again, could be a significant other, but also just could be a friend or family, to where you feel you can be more connected to the people you love. So for the future conditions, the end of May going into June, July, we've got here the Two of Cups. This is soulmate energy. This is, making those choices, making those decisions to really get comfy and cozy with someone you love. Again, it doesn't have to be a romantic interest, because soulmates can be just about anyone in your life and everyone in your life. So this is you really vibing with those you love, and maybe even meeting someone in your soul family this month of May, but probably toward the end of May, since this is future conditions, maybe even going into June and July, getting together, going on a trip. I just see a lot of trips either being planned or being taken this month, maybe even June, July. That's kind of the time frame Spirit's showing. I know it's a May pick a card, but like when they kind of give that ripple effect, I don't just hard stop it, between May 30th and, is there a 31st? I can't remember. May 30th, 31st? I always forget which months have. I know April has 30 because that's my birthday month, but, and then June 1st. Like, there's no hard stop when you turn that calendar page. This to me feels like just these reverberating effects of ripples going out. So some of you might be meeting these people or person in later, like June or July, or getting together, meeting them in person. Maybe you met these people online for a while and you've known them for a while, but you're finally getting in person contact with these people. It feels really good. But this is a soul reunion. Even if you've never met them in this life, you are reuniting with them on a soul level, and just being in their aura, being in their vibe, being in their energy can really open up new beautiful gateways for you. Sometimes they can be feeling like a crash and burn energy after you leave, because they have elevated you and you have elevated them to higher heights, to a higher vibration, and all of that lower, trauma, wound, resentment, guilt, shame, abuse that we have dealt with, that we haven't healed, or we've had going on in our life but we haven't dealt with or healed. It brings that up to the surface so we can heal it, so we can release it. And now my throat's kind of starting to go, so maybe this is throat chakra, not being able to speak your truth as a child, or maybe even past life you were persecuted for speaking your truth. So it's very difficult for you in this life to just come right out and say what you want and what you feel, because there are those, fear of persecution or repercussion for saying what's on your mind. Then for your best path to follow, we have the Tower card here. So the Tower card being your best path to follow is a very interesting concept. But I think many of you that are experiencing these Tower moments, we did also get the Tower in the present conditions in group 2. And I said, I'm going to have to see group 3 to see if there's some sort of like collective energy with this Tower or 9 of Swords energy, because we got that with group 1. So yes, I'm going to say yes, this is confirmed. There is some sort of collective Tower moment going on in the world in the month of May. Could be like, governmental stuff, or just people rising up and saying, no more, I'm speaking my truth, I don't approve of this anymore, whatever this is. Could also be in combination with that and natural disasters of some sort. I'm seeing possible fires, earthquakes, volcanic activity. There's just a lot of red going on in my mind's eye. Wind, I'm seeing wind and sand, storms, stuff like this. But also could be a lot of flooding. We got a lot of water here with this, and she's wrapped in water. Could be like catastrophic floods, tsunamis, earthquakes that then cause tsunamis and floods, things like this. Monsoons, I'm seeing monsoons. So I'm not seeing, again, like I said in the other groups, I'm not seeing this as something that is going to greatly affect your life, but you're seeing it play out on the world stage. So just, I guess, try to send that empathy and compassion to these people that are possibly going through these things without making that your reality, if that makes sense. But yes, any Tower moments that need to crumble and fall, your best path to follow is to allow them to fall, allow them to crumble. Or maybe you're detonating your own tower. This is a pretty gory depiction of the Tower, but they're showing me in my mind's eye, and by they I mean my guides, the Everyday Witch Tower card, Everyday Witch Tarot Tower card, where she's holding the magic wand that detonated the tower, and she's looking back at the viewer like, haha, I did it. I finally detonated that tower. I left that toxic relationship. I left that toxic job, that toxic situation, toxic place, whatever it is for you. You're detonating your tower this month. And those of you that don't detonate your tower, it seems to just naturally happen, but you're not mad at it. That's how I feel about this, because you're ready to move ahead. You're ready to move forward. And this thing was your blockage. This thing was standing in your way. And you're ready to move on. So for your wish fulfillment, we have the Hierophant, which is a very traditional card. And with this specific depiction, this is like the divine feminine overtaking the divine masculine, because the Hierophant is traditionally a very masculine card, very masculine energy. But because the outcome card, we have the King of Cups, this is like a balance of divine feminine, divine masculine. And remember that underlying energy of imbalance, of yin and yang, of black and white. This is divine feminine, divine masculine energy, or vice versa. This is finding the balance between the two. Finding the balance between you being alone and spending time with other people, working and playing, all the paradoxes, finding time for it all. But as your wish fulfillment, this is you, again, Taurus energy with this Hierophant. This is you finding whatever house Taurus rules, and now I'm getting crown tingles, here it comes. Whatever house Taurus is in your chart, this is where you're seeing some really big wishes, really big payoff, and this is past karma. For me, my Taurus is the 8th house, and I actually have Mercury in the 8th house. So whatever planets you have in Taurus, whatever house Taurus rules in your chart, and wherever also your natal Venus is placed, because Venus rules Taurus, these can be all indications or houses or places where things are really popping off in a good way. Because again, wish fulfillment. This is you feeling like the mentor to other people, or feeling like a leader in your own life, having that authority to call and make big decisions in your life, wherever these are playing out in your specific chart. Could also involve a Taurus in your life. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising are the prominent placements. I'm seeing someone that's maybe married to someone with Taurus and Mercury in Mercury and Venus in Taurus, so possibly. But we also have here the King of Cups for your outcome. So you guys are going to find that balance, at least emotionally speaking, this month. Maybe things are physically imbalanced, mentally and spiritually imbalanced a little bit, but emotionally, you're going to feel pretty good. By the end of the month, you're going to feel pretty good about whatever happened. Specifically pointing back to this tower moment, you're going to feel pretty good about what that represented and now where you're moving forward with all of this energy, but just again, taking on that leadership or authority role in your life, but doing it from a more balanced divine feminine and divine masculine, standpoint. Okay, let's get some additional guidance for group 3 for May 2022. And here it is, gratitude. I love to see it. So find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm, like the warmth of the sun. Yes, that's beautiful. I don't think there needs to be much said about that. It's pretty to the point. Just finding that gratitude for the things in your life will then beget more gratitude or more things to be grateful for, which is always good. Because think of it this way, when you are stressed out, when you're worried and you're anxious about things and you keep hyper-focusing on them, it's almost like that is a breeding ground for more negative, more stressful things to happen. But we can do it the opposite way as well. Finding things to be grateful for can then bring in more things in your life to be grateful for. All right, what else is coming in hot for May? Group 3. Okay, first card we have out is Transmutation with that Phoenix energy, and exactly, you're creating your own tower and you're rising from the ashes of this. And I kept seeing red, I kept seeing fire, and here it is for that world event that I keep seeing happen possibly in May. Could even be into June, but I'm also seeing a lot of that watercolored energy up here with the flooding. It's like water and fire. And right as I said that, I heard fire and ice. So I don't know if this might have something to do with like icebergs or just ice melting. I don't know. We also have, but yes, 29 adds up to an 11, and this is you working through anything that is standing in your way and transmuting it into something that will actually serve you on your next journey ahead. As we have the frog spirit with renewal, absolutely. Transmutation, the tower, renewal. That's exactly what's going on here. And yet another 2. We've got the number 20. So you've got the 2 of pentacles beneath this card, 2 of cups, 2 of wands, the number 20, and then you've got the number 11. Well, 29 adds up. 2 plus 9 is 11, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. Lots of 2s on the board here. So the number 2 is really going to be following you around this month, or any denomination of the number 2 following you around. 2s, 4s, 6s, 8s, 10s. Keep on going, keep on going. Yeah, this is feeling like such a breath of fresh air, and I know we're already in springtime, and summer's not quite upon us in the month of May, but you guys are really feeling this springtime energy. Right as I said that, I'm knowing that I need to make the May thumbnail. The word May 2022 needs to be green. They just told me that. So they tell me a lot of times when I don't even know, I'm like, making the thumbnail, and Spirit will be like, that needs to be blue. But I want it to be purple. No, it needs to be blue. I'm like, okay. I'm just here to listen, apparently. But you just may be getting downloads like that, where you think, oh, I should do this, and then Spirit's like, no, do this. And you're like, but I want to do this. Like, no, do this. If your guides are anything like mine, they are not afraid to say, no, you're wrong, do this. Okay. I don't want to, but okay. And maybe that's where some of this is coming in. Your guides are like, you need to end this. You need to move beyond this. You need to quit watching that toxic gossip channel on YouTube, or whatever it is. You're like, I don't want to, it's fun. But it's not affecting your mental health in a good way. Okay, I'll walk away. Spirit always knows best, right? Okay, let's see. Let's get a couple more cards for Group 3 May 2022 vibes. What do we need to know? This one and this one. All right, let's get it going. We got this in the exact same position in Group 2. Productivity. That is the name of the game. This bull is running right into the productivity card. We've also got the sign of Cancer and the moon. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So wherever your house of Cancer is, and wherever your natal moon is positioned, or whenever the moon transits your Cancer house, this is when you're going to be feeling most productive in the month of May. But just keeping with this productivity, and the biggest thing you're being productive on is your own emotional health, mental health, spiritual health, physical health, and specifically to relationships. Your one-on-one relationships with your significant other or other prominent people in your life. The number 8, which is again, we've got 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. So there we go. And then we got that other 2 as well. And then 10, I was going to say it's that would make 5 2s, which adds up to 10. Well, now we got it. Look at that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Spirit! Sorry, I'm weird. But then we have ritual with the sweet corn. So we've got pumpkin. I forgot to say that, but most of you know that's a pumpkin, hopefully. But then we have Leo vibes here as well. So Leo also rules the sun. So really watching where your sun is, the house your sun is in, where the sun is transiting in your chart, in the sign of Taurus, possibly even Gemini for those of my Western lovers here. But for Vedic, this is going from Aries into Taurus. But yeah, starting something new. Maybe some of the new things you're starting are new rituals. Closing out those old cycles and starting with the renewal here, new rituals. Like something I recently started doing that I never really did for, a long time. I used to do it once in a while, but I just started lighting incense when I would take my bath. Simple little thing. It feels like a ritual. Oh, and then I'm seeing the incense here. Oh my goodness. Gosh. Wow. You guys might be like, you've been looking at it the whole time, Amanda, but I swear to God, I just noticed it there. I was really looking up here. I'm like, where's the moon or the sun? I don't know. But we got Leo. Interesting. Yes, that's one thing I've been doing, is lighting incense during my bath and just setting the intention that this bath is going to be healing. Literally our intentions shape our reality. So whatever you intend, the intentions you put into your rituals, your celebrations, I almost said sigil, so let's throw that in there, sigils, spell work, candle magic, whatever it is you're doing, the intention, the love you put into your baking, your cooking, this all plays a role and plays a part in you feeling that bigger part of the universe than you have felt in months, years, decades past. You're just feeling the love this month, all right, which is good. We're here for it. Alright, the engagement on my channel has been a little bit low and slow again, so I appreciate every single like and comment that you guys give me. It really does help with the engagement here on my channel. And as always, thank you so much for all those likes, those comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you, Group 3, right here back at the Dunn Creative, also over my live stream channel, and my Patreon with lots of exclusive content over there. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can always email me at amanda@dunnphotodesign.com. Links for all of that can be found in the description below. And thanks again, Group 3, for hanging out with me. I love you. Have a good day. Bye.